Hi, my name is Dwight Mahalitz. I'm the president of Effective Managers, a management consulting firm operating out of Canada around the world. I'm also the treasurer of CMC Global, formerly ICMCI, and I'm on the past chair of CMC Global Institute. But of all of these, the title that I'm most proud of is Certified Management Consultant, and I'll be talking to you about consulting as a profession in my short address today. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me to this workshop at the Barbados chapter of CICMC. It's just a delight to be here, and your topic for the workshop, Excellence in Management Consulting, I mean, that is very, very topical in these days. So I really appreciate, I'm sorry that I can't be there in person, but I am in Europe this week, actually attending the global celebration of the approval of ISO 2700, which I'll also be talking about very shortly. So the starting question for us today is, what is a consultant? As you see the definition on the screen, at its basis sense, consulting is offering your services and your advice to others in return for payment. But it's much more than that. And that's what I want to start our presentation with today. The total global consulting industry measures over US $250 billion. And the management consulting portion of that is US $130 billion. And the average growth of the consulting industry is over 4%. And in fact, last year, it was over 5%. So there's no question that management consulting is a true global profession. It's not an individual that says they're a management consultant. It's not someone that's between jobs. It's not someone who wants to earn a little bit of extra money after they've retired. It is a profession in which those of us that practice it care to do the very best for our clients. All of us as management consultants have an opportunity to collaborate together. And this is through the global organization called the International Council for Management Consulting Institutes, or as it's commonly known today, CMC Global. If we think about CMC Global as a global organization, we have over 50 institutes that are organized at the national or regional level, such as here at CICMC. As a global organization, we have over 56,000 individual members and about 8,000 certified management consultants. So it's quite a network. So if you become a CMC, you are part of a network that works around the world and can collaborate with each other. So because we're part of this professional association, this brings us a number of benefits as CMCs. The first one is global recognition. The CMC means the same thing in every country of the world between our 50 institutes and the Global Institute, which operates everywhere else. This is something that most other professions don't have. Their control mechanisms are on a much more regional or even a national level. It earns us reciprocity. So a CMC in any country of the world that relocates to another country of the world is accepted by that institute as a full professional member. It talks about professionalism. So as a CMC, we are professionals. We are in this as a career. We are management consultants because we want to do the best that we can in our particular job. We have the ability to collaborate because we are almost 8,000 strong around the world. If we're working on a project in one country and we need support in another country, we're able to reach out to CMCs and understand the level of support that we would get from them. So we have this ability to get support in projects, but we also have the ability to gain support. If we're running into a prickly problem in an area of our specialty or in a related area, and we want to get advice or support or ask a question of another colleague, we have the ability to do that. The question I'm often asked about management consulting is around the principles of management consulting, because each of us are specialties in our practice. So management consulting as CMCs means that we operate at a certain level of expertise, but the expertise can be specialized. So the point that I make when I get these questions is that this expertise is often based on very fundamental principles that are common from country to country. But the management consultant in those various countries which we are from understand about the local needs and the traditions and the culture and so on. So we're able to take these principles that are universal and apply them in our country in the way that makes most sense for our clients. And in fact, my business model as effective managers is built on this mutual respect of CMCs, because when I am looking to use the methodology in another country, the best way to do that is to enter into a partner agreement with a management consulting firm in that country. I wanted to say just a few more words about the CMC, because if we have this reciprocity and we have this trust and respect, it's really important that we understand and agree that all of us have the credentials that we say that we do. So there is a very rigorous certification process. We work within a common body of knowledge. We have to demonstrate that we have experience and demonstrated success before we're accepted as a CMC. We have to be approved by our peers. So an institute is a collection of certified management consultants that accept others into the profession. And they oversee all of us and our work to ensure that there is this ongoing capability as individuals, and that we are working within the bounds that we have been accredited for. Also, as CMCs, we commit to ongoing professional development so that we don't let ourselves get stale. And most importantly, I would say, most importantly, we work within a code of conduct, which is standard around the world, so that our ethics and our way of operating is going to be of the highest standards. We also work within the CMC competency framework so that we can demonstrate our competencies in these various areas. Time is short, so I won't go into these, but this competency framework model is available to anyone that is interested on the global website, or in fact on any institute's website. So what can clients expect from a CMC? I've come up with a few bullets here. I think there are many more than this, but in our time today, I wanted to stress these ones. The first one is that a client can expect more valuable advice, because they can be sure that the management consultant that they're working with is grounded in a number of different areas, not just one specific area of expertise, but also how one does management consulting and how one provides the services in the best way. They can be assured of integrity because we operate within the code of conduct. They can be assured of transparency. They will know what they will be getting. What we say we want to do is what we will be able to do. We have accountability for our projects. We have access to the global network that I spoke about earlier. They can have confidence in our work, and they can be assured of the best value from us as management consultants. I'd like to close my remarks today by talking briefly about ISO 20700. Brenda Pope and I'm recording this before we take the training, but by the time you see this video, Brenda and I will have attended the training on the ISO 20700, which is 1 year old today. And this is a bringing together of the IMCs and the CMCs together with our CMC firm, working together in terms of how do we work within the bounds of ISO 20700. The main thrust of this, and you will have heard more about this from Brenda earlier today, the main thrust is to improve that transparency and understanding between the management consulting service and the expectations of the client. So it codifies those things that we will do in the management consulting processes, projects and processes. You can learn more about this on the website. We have an ISO 20700 website at iso2700.org, and there's some really good information there, and this video that you see on the front page gives you a snapshot in a couple of minutes of what ISO 2700 is all about. So that brings me to the close. I know it's harder to pay attention to someone on video, so I very much appreciate the attention that you've given me today. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please talk to Norma or Brenda or any of the organizers, and they can put you in touch with me, and I'd be very happy to elaborate on any of these concepts. So thank you very much.